Hi, everybody. This is Rita Townsend, and it's Monday afternoon. Thanks for joining me on my live Facebook. So, if you saw my post earlier, you will know that I'm going to talk about something today that is one of my favorite topics. Well, sort of. Only because I'm very blessed. But I'm going to share with you some information today about aging. I'm going to first of all tell you two definitions of aging, and then I'm going to tell you two scientific causes of aging deep down in your cells. And then lastly, I'm going to give you some information on what the research is showing us about what we can actually do about aging. And at the end of my Facebook today, I'm going to post a little link. If you're just dying to hear from some doctors, I'm going to give that to you also. Have two awesome women doctors who practice wellness and are amazing athletes, and they have a great story to tell, but they also have a lot of really good scientific information to share with you also. So, as part of that, I'm going to tell you my story also. So here we go on Facebook Live. And I want you to let me know if you're on the replay. Thanks for coming on live. I want you to comment. I want you to share. But if there's something that I need to share with you, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to provide some more information for you. Okay, so I'm going to start today with the definition of aging. Two definitions of aging. First of all, the causes of aging are uncertain. Current theories are assigned to the damage concept, whereby the accumulation of damage, such as DNA oxidation, may cause biological systems to fail. Also, there is a programmed theory of aging, where our internal processes, such as DNA, simply expire and cause aging. Okay, here's a second definition that's a little more general. Okay, this definition is, starting at middle age, the operations of the human body begin to become more vulnerable to daily wear and tear. There's a general decline in physical and possibly mental functioning, and in the Western countries, the age span is around the 70s all the way to 120. But during the latter half of life, an individual may be prone to have problems with various functions of the body and to develop sometimes chronic and fatal diseases. We know ultimately it's fatal, but we don't want to get there any sooner than we have to, and we also want to feel great for as long as we can. So what's your definition of aging? Did you have a little wake-up call? Did you wake up and find some gray hairs or some wrinkles or some lines, or maybe something wasn't happening just like you thought it was going to happen every day? Sometimes it's a physical change. Sometimes it's other things in our lives that give us that wake-up call, like our children are getting older. All of a sudden we have grandchildren, or our parents are aging, or it might be time for retirement. Who knows what the wake-up call is? But we all get it. And I hear women all the time who are really young and who are saying, oh my gosh, I found a wrinkle today. It does start. Technically, science and research tell us it starts after age 20. Yes. Now, it doesn't have to happen fast, and that's what we're going to talk about too. So for me, my wake-up call came at about age 62. I exercised a lot. I was very busy, very active, but I was beginning to be tired. And I had a cycle of being tired every day in the middle of the afternoon and just felt like I couldn't make it through the rest of the day without resting. And that was very unusual for me. So I started thinking, well, I guess that's just the way it's going to be at age 62. And I found out that is not necessarily the case. So I really started thinking about what other people do, what's available, and what is happening. Because I saw, and actually I wrote an article for AARP magazine about aging, and the spiel was, all these movie stars never seem to age. What are they doing? Well, the reality of that is they have a professional team who work on them all the time. And they have ways of not looking like they're aging, but we know what's going on in the inside. So for me, it was just that little tired feeling. So depending on your age and your idea of growing older, it can evoke different feelings. For some people, it's like, wow, retirement is coming soon and I'm going to be free and I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to be getting up every day doing my favorite things. Well, maybe, maybe not. Some other people, it may be just the opportunity for independence and the kids are grown and that leads to a whole new set of opportunities. But for a lot of people, it's the reality of physical changes that are happening in your body. So now what we know is the mindset of what happens about aging can be shifted based on the science that we know now. And there are some aspects of aging that are absolutely outside our control. But there are other things that we do know, and some of them are common sense that I preach on all the time, like exercise and diet. But there's some other things in the science that we know now can really start dealing with maybe some of the long-term problems of aging. So I'm going to tell you two that the science is telling us about what's happening inside your body. And then I'm going to give you a link to a little video, and then I can always send you some more information if you want to give me a private message. So tell me what you like, tell me what your aging concerns are, and tell me what you need. And please share if you'd like to share the information today too. Okay, so two things that the science is telling us about what's going on in your body that has everything to do with aging. It's not just the exterior. This one is called genome maintenance. Your DNA is damaged every single day with toxins and mutations that come from free radical damage all around us. It's the physical stress of the free radicals in our diet, in our exercise, in the air we breathe. Everything that we do is causing damage to our DNA. And once that DNA replicates in a damaged way, it starts the cycle. And this theory says that eventually your DNA will become so damaged that the aging process begins. So we don't want to start it too soon. The other aspect in this genome maintenance, and this is all out of genome research that's been going on for a very long time. Your mitochondria plays a major role in your DNA damage because the energy cell, which is the mitochondria, is actually producing energy that also produces that free radical damage. So you need the mitochondria production, you sure need the energy, but you don't need the extra damage in your cell. So according to this theory, keeping your mitochondria healthy can help support overall aging. Okay, that's one, and here's the second one. This one is called oxidative damage, and we're talking about the internal damage. So we know that these free radicals are toxic and they're a byproduct of normal cell metabolism. And if they're not cleaned up, they ding the normal healthy cells in the body and start this process of damage. So most of the theories of aging that I've mentioned involve damage to one or more of these important structures that I mentioned. But the free radical repair of mitochondria, which leads to mitochondria even producing more radicals, is something that we now have some answers to. So we know how to do that inside the DNA and inside the mitochondria. Hello, this is 2018 and we have the benefit of this amazing science. If you want to read the science, happy to send it to you. So, with this increasing knowledge of the aging process, we now have these mechanisms to get into what is called aging and maintain optimal health for optimal years, which is really called our health span. So we can overcome the natural deterioration of these interruptions in normal cell process. And the end goal is really to increase your healthy lifespan. So, for me, what happened? I found some answers 7 years ago, so you do the math. I have a lot more vitality. I do everything I want to do. I love to travel, but travel is very taxing on everything, on your exercise, on your sleep, on your eating, on everything. But in order to enjoy it, you better feel good, and you better be able to walk through a lot of airports and schlep that luggage around also. So I need to be able to do that. But I'm doing that. I'm doing everything that I want to do and more. I usually exercise 5 to 6 times a week. I do cardio, I do weights, I do Pilates, and I do yoga. So my message to you is, we know what causes it, we know how to improve on it, and we know how to give people the energy, the vitality, the stamina, all the answers that they're really looking for, whether or not you think you're aging at 20, 25, or 65, which you are. We do have some things that can help with that. So I am going to give you a link, some amazing information from 2 doctors that have great stories, and I think you'll learn a lot from that. But more importantly, if you'd like more information, you can certainly private message me also. We have lots of webinars, information, and links that can really give you a lot more information about the science, and some ways that you might be able to get that energy and that vitality back. So thanks for joining me on my Facebook Live this afternoon, and send me some comments, and watch for the comments, and let me know. Private message me if you'd like some more information. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye.